Hello, it's Thursday morning, it's day 22 of my slimming challenge and it's the start of week 4. So, something to report. Yesterday was my husband's birthday and it was the first day that I've not been following a healthy eating plan since I started this challenge. Now what happened, those of you that have been following my journey will know that I had given some thought beforehand to how I would manage my food on his birthday. Obviously he wanted to celebrate, and whereas normally we'd go out and have a nice meal, we can't do that because we're on lockdown. So I thought, well, what can we do that we can do safely and within the lockdown rules that will still make it a really lovely day for him? And what I decided to do was that I would make bacon butties for breakfast. We do tend to have bacon butties on a Sunday, so that is something that I've been including once a week on my eating plan over the last few weeks. And we'd also decided that we would have some champagne to celebrate and also have a takeaway. And I thought, well, if I have a chicken tikka, that's okay because it's not got a lot of sauce and that kind of thing in it. Now, as it turns out, that is what we did. But he also wanted to have starters with the takeaway, which I hadn't kind of given myself permission for. And in the spur of the moment, I thought, well, it's his birthday. I don't want to be the killjoy who's saying, well, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, because I'm not doing it. And he did say that if I didn't want a starter, he wouldn't have one. But I thought, well, it's one onion bhaji. It's not going to change the world, really, if I do eat it. So that's what we did. And we did have a very, very nice day. We went out for a walk in the morning, so that would have burned up some calories and also got us outside. It's a lovely walk that we haven't done before, that's actually only a few miles from the home. So you do sort of think, well, you've got these things on your doorstep, why don't you use them? Anyway, today I can definitely tell that I've not been eating healthy foods. I'm very much used to a whole food diet now with a lot of fruit and vegetables, and that isn't what I had yesterday. To talk you through what I did have, we had a bacon butty in the morning, and then I had a sausage roll for lunch. We had some champagne in the garden. That was lovely. Some champagne in the garden yesterday afternoon. The sun was out. We just went and sat on the patio and had a bit of a chat and a glass of champagne. And then for our meal, as I say, I had an onion bhaji to start and then a chicken tikka. I didn't have very much rice, so I saved a few calories there, and I had a lot of salad with it. So that was all the fruit and veg I had yesterday. And my goodness, I can tell the difference today. I feel really groggy, quite sort of tired, maybe a little bit hungover, I'm not sure. I was very dehydrated as well. I drank a lot of water yesterday. So that just shows how much difference it does make to us when we eat things that aren't sort of the healthy foods that we're used to. So I've kept it in perspective. It was really just one meal. Okay, none of the food I ate yesterday was particularly good for me, and I recognise that. But to say, in the overall scheme of life and dieting and things that are important, it really doesn't matter at all. I don't think I've done myself any particular harm in terms of this challenge, but the important thing is to just get back on and get on with it. Obviously, I'm in my exercise room here, so I've done my exercises this morning, and just get the focus back to where it should be. Now, back in the days of old, when I was sort of constantly trying to lose weight and not being very successful, having had a day like yesterday would make me feel absolutely mortified, and having started to eat some food that I shouldn't have eaten, I would have been well, I might as well just completely blow it and eat loads of biscuits and just eat everything I can before I start again. Whereas now I'm taking a much more mature attitude of, okay, well, eat the things that you want to eat. I did have a tiny piece of his birthday cake as well, and it was a tiny piece, but because I don't normally eat sugar, I can tell the difference that I've had that as well. So once upon a time that would have meant like, oh well, let's just throw all the toys out the cot, as it were, and just eat everything and anything and then start again tomorrow. I was much more controlled about it and thought, okay, well, what do I want to eat? When am I full? I'll stop eating when I'm full. And as I say, just get back on it again today. So this morning I've just gone back to my normal routine, had my normal porridge for breakfast, and I do feel much better for sort of starting to eat some healthier foods again. So that's it really. So kind of a day off. sort of a planned day off. This is why I think it's good not to be weighing yourself too frequently. And I'll be honest, it did occur to me to weigh myself this morning, but I thought, well, what's the point? If it tells me that I'm not lost as much weight as I thought I should have done, it's kind of meaningless, because I'm, maybe a little bit more bloated today than I would be on another day. So that didn't really seem to have any point to it. So it's just a case of saying, okay, just get back on again now. You know what to do. Just get on and do it. So we did have a nice day, and I'm glad that he enjoyed his birthday. Now, looking forward, the other thing that happened yesterday, well, two things happened actually. First of all, this arrived. This is my treat, my week 2 treat for sticking to the eating plan. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's a little sparkly clip to put my scarf through. So I'm pleased that's arrived. And when I pop that on and I'm out and about looking at it, will remind me of this challenge and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So I'm pleased to have received that. The other thing that happened was that I was able to put my COVID jabs. So I've got one tomorrow and then one at the beginning of June. And that's really made a difference to how I feel about the world, because in my mind, sort of after I've had that second jab in June, I know there will still be rules, but in my mind I can kind of go back to having a bit of normality. So things like, maybe we can have a holiday in June or July. We've got a bigger trip planned in for October this year, so hopefully that will mean that we can go on that. And that's really lifted my mood. It's really made me determined with this again, because if we are going on holiday, let's say in June, I want to be looking good. I'm making all this effort. I've put all this work in. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to make sure that I do, walk out on the beach in the summer when we can, just thinking, yeah, okay, we had a bit of a tough time in lockdown, but, I've made some good use of that time, and I'm now looking and feeling really, really good because of it. The trip that we've got for October, I've been looking at hotels this morning, and it's just so much fun looking at things like that and getting excited about things that you can do in the future. And because it is a special trip, I do very much want to be looking very graceful and elegant, not something that I normally look when I'm on holiday. So I'm creating a nice image for myself in my mind, and that's what I'm working towards. So definitely a mood lift there. I think that's everything I wanted to talk to you about today, really, is how I sort of managed yesterday, and the fact that we did not eat healthy foods yesterday, and then today just picking myself up and getting on again, even though I don't feel that great. I just thought, no, I'm just going to get on and do it. The exercises I've done, I've kind of just did the basics. I didn't push myself to do a lot of new things. That can come over the coming days, depending on how I react to the COVID jab. So that's me for today. I hope that all is good with you. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.